Hello, race fans. Welcome to Madera Racing on MAV TV. I'm Kenny Shepard, and this evening we have the third annual Olga'S California Dream 100 right here from the fastest one-third mile in the West, the Madera Speedway. Round number one of the Olga'S Dream 100 was actually just the Dream 100. It's all about the best mini stock drivers from all over the United States. Bob Copley and Olga Copley had an idea. For decades, they've been dedicated to the mini stock ranks, and they wanted to put on one of the biggest, grandest mini stocks events seen anywhere in the country. So round number one, 2 years ago, tonight's round number three, the third annual, Olga passed away right before the inaugural race. Also, COVID hit, so we were not allowed to have fans in the grandstands. We decided to go forward with the event with nobody in the grandstands, and it became the Olga'S California Dream 100. Last year was round number two. Tonight is round number three. Well, in round one and round two, it was amazing to watch the heartfelt, emotional victories by the gentlemen that won these races. And it's amazing to have seen these drivers come from all over the western United States. And tonight they come from even farther, almost 2,000 miles away was our long tow. I believe it was 1,800 miles to be exact. But round one and two, I want to talk about that again. They were so emotional. So much energy went into those wins. It was amazing for us to sit here and watch the drivers that are normally parked in the backside of the pit as the headliner on our MAV TV show, and it was incredible to watch the victories in round one and round two.
Thomas Stanford wins the Olga'S California Dream 100. This has to feel like winning the Indianapolis 500 for you guys.
Oh, absolutely. $2,000's a lot for a mini stock driver, so this is a big deal, and it's really cool to win the inaugural one. I hope they keep doing it because we want to come back.
Terry Armstrong Jr. takes the win in Olga'S California Dream 100.
Honestly, it's been a year in the making. When we left here last year, I was disappointed in our finish, and I spent all year just for tonight to be here to take that and that home.
Race fans, again, emotional, heartfelt victories in round one and round two. You can just sense it watching the television. And normally competitors that come here to the Madera Speedway, they're on their way. They're trying to build a name, and they're on their way in a pathway to Daytona or the Indy 500. Primarily kids that come here, they want to make it to the Daytona 500 in the NASCAR ranks. But that's not what will happen here with the Olga'S Dream 100. The only place they're going is back to work on Monday morning as soon as this event's over. This is their Daytona 500. It's a big-time event with a lot of emotions going. And for more on this story and a very special introduction of our Grand Marshal, let's go down trackside to Stephen Blakesley.
Thanks, Kenny. It's time for the third annual Olga'S California Dream 100 for the best pro mini stock drivers from all over the western United States. We call this the Dream, and this is a dream fulfilled. After 2 challenging seasons, we're finally able to honor the late Olga Copley with a full field of mini stocks, 35 drivers from 7 different states. It's been narrowed down to the best 26 who will battle for 100 laps and $2,000 to win. A 20-car inversion, a very unique front row with Idaho's Mike Davis in the 57, and the 00 from Roseville, California of Nate Cleaver going to bring him down. And with a great grassroots race means a great grassroots Grand Marshal, as we have Carl Fregerson here from Speedway Illustrated Magazine. And when you're standing in front of this grid, what does this mean to you to see grassroots racing like this here in California?
It gives me chills because Olga was a friend of mine, and we all miss her dearly. And this is such a lovely tribute. And we're listening to these guys talk with Bob in the pits and why they're so proud to be here. They told from 1,300 miles away and more to be here. They had plenty of time to get their cars ready. I sensed frustration when they couldn't get it right, and I sensed relief when somebody hit on a setup that the car was working and they were ready for the heat races. These guys who made this feature have worked really hard to be here, and I'm thrilled to be part of this event.
Well, and you traveled a long way yourself.
Yeah, but I got to get in a plane. I wasn't driving, across the country. And these guys, they came in and they unloaded, and it's been pretty hot, even for a Yankee like me. And but they've been working so hard, getting their cars fine-tuned. They take a lot of pride in running this race. I think it's on behalf of themselves and Olga and Bob Copley.
Bob Copley and Olga's Dream coming true. A big grassroots race. The Olga's California Dream 100 for Pro Mini Stocks coming up next only on MAV TV.
Through the Race to Be Drug-Free campaign, we raise awareness about the harmful effects of drugs. We educate children both inside and outside of schools about staying off of drugs and out of trouble. We also have our Gloves Not Drugs boxing program, which allows kids between the ages of 8 and 18 to come learn the art of boxing and also Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
They've taught me to become a role model to everyone else. Watch what I do when no one else is looking, do the right thing all the time.
It's been amazing. I really love the program. My favorite part is working with my team, my coaches. They made me who I am.
The program really motivates them to become a better person.
I've gotten better in school, more disciplined. I've gotten better grades since I started this program.
Your teammates, they're not only your teammates, your family,
Kids who could potentially be doing something bad with their lives, and they can turn it into something good and positive.
Thank you for this sport, and it helped me a lot.
Is that your stomach growling or the sound of thousands of horsepower circling the track? Fuel up for race day with Mission Foods. Supercharge your taste buds with fast and easy to create recipes that are winner circle delicious. Try some of our mouth-watering tacos to piled high nachos, fresh chips with guac, and more. Start those engines because Mission has you covered from the green flag to the checkered flag. Now that's too fast, too tasty.
Welcome back to Madera Racing on MAV TV. I'm your host, Bryce Smith, alongside me, Stephen Blakesley, as we're about to embark on 100 laps for the Olga'S California Dream 100.
26 of the best mini stalkers from all over the western United States are ready to run. Here's a look at the starting lineup. On the front row, the Idaho driver Mike Davis and the Californian Nate Cleaver.
Then we pick up roll 2. It's going to be the 61 of Barrett Sugden, and alongside him, the 11M of Tyler Palmer.
Our late model winner earlier today, Rick Thompson on the inside of row 3, and Cody Parento in that very unique Ford Mustang.
Then we pick up roll 4 on the inside, the 21V of Vic the Berg, and alongside him, the 10 of Andrew Rumsey.
55, another Idaho driver, Mike Audit, and the 2 out of Colorado Springs of Vincent Giesig.
Roll 6 looks like this, Steven. It's going to be the 49 of Ryan McCullen, and alongside him, the 28 of Jordan Carpenter.
Napa, Idaho's Drew Crenshaw, and the 037 Scott Bedoin out of Washington.
Roll 8 looks like this, the 82 of Troy Palmer, and alongside him, the 98 of Brian Bowman.
21F of Joe Flowers from Manteca and his teammate Josh Cross on row 9.
Roll 10 looks like this, the 39 of Gary Klingtobe, and alongside him, the 7 of Justin Carson.
And now we get into our B-main transfers. The 22 of J.R. Norton from Yakima, Washington. 99% Rich Ennis from Sun Valley, Nevada.
Roll 12, the 12 of Travis Locks, and alongside him, the 15+ of Daniel Cherry.
And then our 2 transfers from the West Coast Sport Compacts of Danny Myrick in the 18X, the 88T of Nick Thompson. They've already run 40 laps tonight. 100-degree temperatures, 100-lap main event, and 7 onboard cameras, including the 28 of Jordan Carpenter and the 0 of Drew Crenshaw.
Then we pick up the 37 of Scott Banu and the number 21F of Joe Flowers.
21 of Josh Cross, 39 Gary Kleintobe.
And the number 7 of Justin Carson.
It's a dream come true for the best mini stock racers on the West. One of them, after a 100-lap grind, will win $2,000. Mike Davis from Idaho, Nate Cleaver from California. We're California dreaming in Madera, California. We're off and racing in the Olga'S 100. And we're already wrecking in turn number 2. It involves the 21 of Vic the Burge, the 2 of Vincent Giesig, and the 28 of Jordan Carpenter. And we will have a replay here for Madera Racing on MAV TV. And you see that black car was all the way to the left and then came back up. And around goes the 21 of Vic. And just based on the lineup, it was more than likely the car right behind him, but the 55 Audit. Oh, and the 28 got the rear end of LeBurge's car pretty significantly there.
There we go. Green flags in the air. And it's Daves and Cleaver.
Yeah, Davis on the inside, bringing the 61 of Sugden with him. And smoke billowing out of the 5th place car. And I'm sure the 55 of Audit is screaming, saying he's leaking, he's smoking, as the 15 of Parento around the outside on the restart is going to lead lap number 1.
Yeah, he's wasted no time. He got around the 61 car.
And like we said, a lot happens in one lap. And the 61 of Sugden gets mired up with that smoking car. I don't even know what number it is because it's such a dark car. Oh, that's the 77 of Rick Thompson. And that contact, it knocked Thompson way behind. Like we said, things happen quick, Brian. It fell him back to 8th. He fell all the way to 8th just after, man, the smoke coming out of Rick Thompson's car is something fierce. I can't believe he's still out there. As you'll see him come smoking by Frank McBee. And meanwhile, we're keeping an eye on the battling here. As there's a look at the 77 of Rick Thompson. And then here's our battle. And Brian, this is the battle for 4th.
With Crenshaw and Bowman. As they roll off into turn number 1. Bowman going to be on the bottom side. Crenshaw on the high side coming out of turn number 2. But here comes the 21 of Flowers.
Yeah, Flowers in the middle of this mix as well. And for Flowers, he started 17th, Brian. And he's fighting right there in P6. And we're only on lap number 5. He's gone forward very quickly here. 49 of McCall running the high line. The 98 of Brian Bowman with him. Bowman with the over-under, Brian.
Man, he's wasting no time as he works the inside of Ryan McCoolin as they come out of turn number 4. He's going to try to get that second spot as he rolls into turn number 1. He'll move into that second spot, Steven.
The Washington driver that started 16th is up to 2nd, and it's only lap number 7, Brian.
A lot of contact with the Audit and the number 21 of Flower as they come out of turn number 4.
Well, the 55, he's had incidents with a couple of cars with a 21 on him. As battle for the lead, what a run by Bowman. Again, he started 16th in this main event, had to make engine repairs from Rochester, Washington, and that battle with the 21s and the 55 boiled over. As Audit facing the wrong way in turn 3. They're trying to hold the yellow to see if Audit will refire the 55, and he rolls it backwards, and we will go yellow here for the Olga'S California Dream. He had a bit of help from the 21F of Flowers, and we're yellow here on lap number 9. And by the way, the 21F of Flowers has been put to the rear for causing that wreck. And it's a Delaware-style restart with Parento, Cody Parento from Southern California, all by his lonesome at the front.
Yeah, Parento out front, but here comes that 98 of Brian Bowman.
Yeah, Bowman, who started 16th, and he wants the lead. Our best-looking car will look real pretty on the MAV TV cameras from the front of the field, and that's exactly where he takes that car. And here comes the 0 of Crenshaw.
Yeah, Crenshaw working the inside now, Parento. But then you got the 49 of Ryan McCoo and that 21 of Josh Cross as they roll off into turn number 1.
And count lap number 9 for the 98 of Brian Bowman in the lead. Then Parento, then the 0 of Crenshaw. We'll pick up the battle for 4th as Cross on the inside of McCall.
Yeah, McCall on the outside. Then you'll pick up that number 39 car.
Got Kleintobe.
The Kleintobe, yeah.
5-time Redwood Acres Raceway champion from Fortuna. And look at all those Hondas battling with the Ford of Parento.
Parento's got to hurry up. That American car needs to go somewhere.
Yeah, that Fox body car is on the hunt. But he's got some of these guys on the prowl right around him as Josh Cross rolled off 18th tonight, and he's looking to go up into 3rd.
He's going to make that pass right now, coming out of turn number 4 on Parento. And Klingto now works the inside of that 15P of Parento.
And Parento kind of reverting back to his dirt style. He was up on the bars there. And meanwhile, Bowman had his foot solidly on the loud pedal, just ran his best lap. As Cross drag racing with Crenshaw. Crenshaw just ran his best lap of the main event. So they are pushing themselves in those Honda Civics. Cross up to 2nd here when we complete lap number 18.
See the brake that Crenshaw is using as he goes in the apex of 3 and 4 just to hold his line to stay up there with the 21 of Josh Cross. And like you said, Stephen, they're pitting these Honda Civics to their tests.
Well, and speaking of Honda Civics, there's the 39 of Gary Klintome and the 15 of Cody Parento. And Parento, I think the outside's where you'd want to go when you got a loose car. And look at the way that car is leaning over.
It's working like a dirt car on the asphalt.
Oh! Well, hello, nurse. Parento made his presence felt in the Fox body and probably didn't feel a thing with that big nose on there. And Klintome says, well, you can try all you might, but I'm driving away.
Yeah, he's taking off right now.
And that's going to bring the 21F of Flowers into that battle. There's a look at the 98 of Brian Bowman. And it's a big field of drivers and some ferocious lap traffic right in front of him coming up on the 18X of Myrick, the 00, and Nate Cleaver.
Yeah, he's got Dan Myrick, who qualified out of the Central California Mini Stocks to run this race, but I see some smoke coming out of Myrick's car as he comes out of turn number 4.
Well, that was a 40-lap main event for the West Coast Sport Compacts, and so he won that, but then you got to then run a 100-lap race. So that car could be a little bit tired, as here comes the 21F of Flowers trying to get around Parento for 5th.
Yeah, pressuring for that 5th spot. Here comes Flowers in that 21F car. Can he make that pass on Parento as they come into turn 3 out of 4? A little bit of contact.
On lap 9, Flowers was restarting at the back of the pack. On lap 23, he's up to 5th.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
Joe Flowers makes the pass. He'll move into that position here on this 3rd annual California Dream for Olga.
And Bowman was getting through the traffic pretty well, but the 21 across is right behind him. And Cross has him in the crosshairs. In fact, Cross has run the best lap here in the main event. Oh, there's smoke coming out of, I think that's Locks' car in the 12, Travis Locks out of Southern California. As they put the lap car of the 99% of Rich Ennis from Sun Valley, Nevada in between them, and that allows Bowman to pull away.
Cross he's not too far behind, Stephen. He's staying right with Bowman. Bowman almost got into it with J.R. Norton.
Yeah, J.R. Norton and also the Hello Kitty car of Ramsey. And a good run so far for Brian Bowman in the 98.
Yeah, that car, like you said earlier yesterday, had a blown head gasket. Now he's back to the front. Yeah, that lap traffic does play a large role in this race. A lot of smoke.
Did you see in that speed shot all the traffic that Bowman's going to have to deal with, Brian?
Yes.
There's a ferocious battle going on right in front of him.
Yeah, he's got the 11 car.
Yeah, the 11 out there doing a great job, trying to hang in.
Tyler Palmer, yeah.
Yeah, trying to just hang in there at the moment. And smoke billowing out of the 82. And now he's going to have to go to the pits, the 82 of Troy Palmer. And Palmer's still on the track, never took it to the infield. Also, the 61 of Barrett Sugden was up in smoke. There goes Bowman putting a lap on the 55 of Audit. And there's the smoke out of Sugden's car.
Yeah, Sugden with some smoke. I saw earlier, but I wasn't 100% sure. But, yeah, now he's really starting to show. It's a blue-colored smoke. But, man, Bowman working them cars. He's working Mike Audit now, getting around him, trying to stay one step ahead of the 21 of Josh Cross.
Man, they've lapped a lot of cars, Brian. The 61 of Sugden, that's your 8th place car going down a lap. What a run by Bowman.
That's pretty good, man. Lapping all the way up that far.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive to when you lap up to 8th on lap 32 of a 100-lap race,
yeah,
Brian.
And we're not even to the halfway point, Stephen.
No.
How many more cars can he possibly lap before the 50-lap mark?
Well, and it'll be a lot different. There's some guys maybe 3rd, 4th, 5th, and when they bring them all back together, this thing is far from over. Is putting a 2nd lap on driver Dan Cherry in the car they're equating to be the Minions car, and his hood is flapping in the breeze as well. And maybe Cross is trying to pick his battles right now. He has no reason to really keep Bowman close. What difference does it make? We have a break at lap 50. And that's Flowers. Joe Flowers on fire. Fire for Flowers. Big fire on Flowers. Coming off of almost looks like the fuel pump. And we are yellow as the DJ safety team is quickly assessing things. Flowers is out of the car. Joe Flowers is okay. He's out of the car. We'll sort it out and be back to racing after this.
Since 1977, Mission Foods has been creating fresh and authentic Mexican food products. Put some Mission in your kitchen, race fans. As we like to say here at the Madera Speedway, support the brands that support our sport. I'm Kenny Shepard here on Madera Racing on MAV TV, and we would like to welcome Mission Foods on board here on the Madera Racing program. Too fast, too tasty. Make sure Mission is the choice you make the next time you're at the store.
As you can see, your pavement takes a beating, but the elements are no match for Sealmaster. Sealmaster protects pavement, helps prevent the need for costly repairs or replacement, and enhances curb appeal. Sealmaster's nationwide network of professional seal coat applicators will help keep your pavement looking and performing at its best. Trust your pavement to Sealmaster. Call 1-800-395-SEAL or visit mypavement.com to find a professional applicator near you.
Welcome back to Madera Racing on MAV TV for the Olga'S California Dream at the fastest 1/3 mile of the west of Madera Speedway.
Yeah, 34 down, 16 to go to the break. And that big run through the field by Brian Bowman's going to keep getting tested by all these restarts. We're back on our way here at Madera Speedway. And Brian Bowman leading this main event. His lead has now grown a bit here. Right now it's Bowman, Cross, Crenshaw. And one by one, they keep running into problems. Trouble for the 0 of Drew Crenshaw in Napa, Idaho, and he joins the Boneyard. Meanwhile, they're having an unbelievable race among the lapped cars. About the second half of the field they're having a super fun race back there. 3-wide racing. Travis Laux in the 12. He gets hit by the 82 and saves it, Brian.
Yeah. As they come into turn number 1, and Laux, it seems like it made him speed up as he tries to get around that 57 car of Mike Davis.
They're not even all on the same lap. They're all on different agendas, just having a blast. And Laux was just knifing through all that, and Laux is in 10th right now. And they did update our scoring, by the way. Barrett Sugden is a lead lap car, and he's scored in 4th right now, and that smoke from earlier has gone away, so I think cooling that car off, and actually Ryan McCall took 5th. What a race going on back here, and Bowman is driving into this race, Brian.
Yeah, he's getting ready to embark on about 5 to 8 cars, battling hard down the back straightaway.
Yeah, and I don't think it's very aerodynamic for driver Dan Cherian. Meanwhile, the 39, I've noticed the 39 of Kleintobe is very, very slow right now, the Fortuna driver, and I think he might be going away as well. So we're starting to lose a lot of our top qualifiers. But it's not all about one-lap speed. This is a 100-lap race, and if you go back to the old days of stock car racing, you didn't have 15 lead lap cars in 100-lap races. You had to make a car that could last. And Brian Bowman is not sitting around. 3 to go to the break.
Yep, 3 to go to the break.
And Bowman is not messing around. The lead is over 7 seconds, but I'm still convinced that Cross is not going 100% right now. I'm convinced that he wants to get to the end.
Maybe he's saving those tires for the final 50 laps.
There's no difference whether you're 1st or 5th at the break because there's no points, there's no money. It's all about the end of the 100 laps. And I feel like Cross has set himself up well for that. But no one's had a more impressive first half than the 98 of Brian Bowman.
No, he's way out front over that 21 of Josh Cross. As we get ready to come into the halfway point, Stephen, for this 100-lap main event.
And he's going to come up on that 39 of Kleintobe, who stayed out there. He might just be trying to make it to the break. But Brian Bowman is going to win the first half. 2nd place for Josh Cross. 3rd for Cody Parento. 4th for Ryan McCall. And 5th for Barrett Sugden.
Stay with us, race fans. We'll be right back with the top 5 here on Madera Racing on MAV TV.
Meet Rapid Roper, the game changer in ventilated load containment. Like fine-tuning a race car, we optimize your existing stretch wrap equipment for peak performance. Then we add Rapid Roper, achieving 300% pre-stretch and using up to 60% less film, while eliminating secondary packaging, cutting spoilage and waste. Need full pallet coverage? Rapid Vent creates custom-sized openings for full web coverage while keeping all the benefits of Rapid Roper. Zero capital investment, zero maintenance costs, maximum savings.
Where you are now may not be where you came from. Sometimes you're preparing for success, and sometimes you're preparing for failure. The choices you make today may spiral out of control or spin you in the right direction. Your past doesn't define you, but the choices you make today can change your life forever. The drive can motivate you or destroy you. But you have to find a way out. Discover a riveting, real-life story of recovery that will inspire you. Believe, make it happen, and live through the madness, knocking doors down along the way. Read the true story of how Carlos Vieira nearly destroyed his life and lived to tell about it. And don't miss others telling their powerful stories on our podcast. Visit kddmediacompany.com.
Welcome back to Madera Racing on MAV TV with the mission Too Fast, Too Tasty racing style tortilla chips. Halftime break. And we're going to send it down the stairs to Stephen Blakesley. He's caught up with our leader at the half, Brian Bowman.
Yeah, the driver from Washington, Brian Bowman, a very impressive first half. you had this Ford Mustang singing. You were running some of your fastest laps right near the end of the break, so seemed like you weren't too concerned about the reliability on this automobile. How does it feel?
Actually, it feels pretty good. We had no practice today because we blew the head gasket yesterday, and my guys thrashed all night or all day to get it put back together, and we qualified on stickers. So I think I'm just now starting to come into a groove on the racetrack. I love this place. This place is neat.
Yeah, 50 laps to go, but what does it mean to be in the lead already here?
Oh, it means everything. We blew motor our first race at South Sound Speedway, and we were already going to come to this race, so we just concentrated on getting everything together to come to this race, and my guys just been tearing it up for me.
Great run through the field so far for the Washington driver. 16th of the lead for Brian Bowman.
The driver out front, out of Rochester, Washington. Really happy to be here and out front at the half. He's from Rochester, Washington. Driver, the number 98 car. As Stephen Blakesley is caught up with our second-place driver in the number 21 car of Josh Cross.
Well, Josh Cross in the second position here in the Olga'S California Dream 100. And a lot of struggles for your team this weekend, a lot of engine problems for your teammate Joe Flowers. You guys were a little bit behind the 98. Were you pacing yourself?
I was just trying to save for the last 50. I'll probably try to get 20 laps, and then the last 30, I'm going to go hard.
Tell us what it takes to make a mini stock successfully go 100 laps.
Oh, man, it's hard to get a motor to go 100 laps, but I got the best motor builder out here, Dan, with Eagle Eye Racing, and can't thank all my sponsors and my family and everything. This is fun.
We got champions from all over. Here's one of them, the Stockton champion, Josh Cross, in second here in Madera.
As Steven said, he's a track champion of Stockton Speedway, the 21 of Josh Cross out of Manteca, California. Here for the third time, hoping to pick up that win for the third annual Olga'S California Dream 100 here at the fastest 1/3 mile in the west of Madera Speedway, as Stephen Blakesley's caught up with our third-place driver of the number 15P, Cody Parento.
Well, Cody Parento in the third position, and, this car has a little bit of a dirt pedigree. You were having to do a little bit of that. So what kind of adjustments might you make on the car here at the break?
Oh, really? The car feels great, so we're not changing anything outside putting fuel in, and I like it a little loose, so we're just going to give it hell the next round.
Got some good battles there. You had some time on the outside line. How much fun was that?
Oh, it was fun. Figured I'd try to get out front as fast as I could and get my little fame up front, and I knew I'm running against some fast guys, so I was just hanging in there.
We got drivers from all over, all different kinds of cars. A Ford Mustang in third for Cody Parento.
Cody Parento out of Lakeside, California, driving that Ford Mustang out of his local track is Orange Speedway. He's happy to be running up front to get his fame. As Stephen Blakesley's caught up with our fourth-place driver in the number 49 of Ryan McCool.
Well, a beautiful car from Idaho for Ryan McCall in the 49, and a beautiful start to your race. You're up to fourth place. What can you do to get a little bit higher and get on the podium tonight?
Well, we're going to be making some changes to this. It's a little tight coming out of the corners, so hopefully that'll get us what we need to get up front.
You were a very last-minute decision, and you had some help to do that.
Oh, yeah, Burke's Excavation, he got me here. I mean, all my sponsors, but that was a last-minute deal, and I got to thank Conrad Bischoff, Performance Signs, Front Wheel Discussion, Healing Heart Counseling, and David's Racing Products, too.
We must be pretty glad he made that last-minute decision because he's in fourth right now for Ryan McCall.
The driver making the long haul from Caldwell, Idaho. 49 just happy to be in the top four. He's going to just give it everything he's got for these final 50 laps on this third annual Olga'S California Dream 100 as Stephen Blakesley's caught up with our fifth-place driver of the number 61 car of Barrett Sugden.
Well, the driver has Stockton had a little bit of smoke coming out of the car, but you got yourself back in the lead lap. Barrett Sugden in fifth place. You're in the top five. You got a fighting chance. What can you do for these top runners tonight?
We don't got the horsepower these guys got, but we definitely got a driver, and that's not me being cocky, but I always strive to just keep pushing and pushing. You can't give up. Only thing I can say is just keep the right sides down and keep digging, and we'll see what we're going to find out. I just thank all my sponsors, all the fans, everyone, Olga, Bob, all that. This is just that's awesome. If we finish fifth here, I'll be happy because this is the second fifth with a bone stock motor. I could put this out and probably go smog my grandma's car. That's what we're running. But
you guys, yeah, well, you guys have had some good fields this year at Stockton, some good competition. But what's it like navigating the traffic here in the Olga'S 100?
You know, these guys are fast, you know, Steven. They're fast. This is the baddest of the baddest, you know, so you got to be on your toes, and if you're running with them side by side, these guys got respects. This guy right here, we were battling for a little bit. He's a real good guy. He's got a little bit more motor than me, but we'll see if we can't get underneath him.
Well, it's cool having a bone stock guy in the top 5. Barrett Sugden from Stockton in the 5th spot.
Barrett Sugden out of Stockton, California, driver of the number 61 car. Really happy to be up there with the bone stock motor with some of the best, he said, for this 3rd annual Olga'S California Dream at the one and only fastest 1/3 mile of the west of Madera Speedway. Race fans, stay with us. We'll be right back with you after this commercial break.
Is that your stomach growling or the sound of thousands of horsepower circling the track? Fuel up for race day with Mission Foods. Supercharge your taste buds with fast and easy to create recipes that are winner circle delicious. Try some of our mouth-watering tacos to piled high nachos, fresh chips with guac, and more. Start those engines because Mission has you covered from the green flag to the checkered flag. Now that's too fast, too tasty.
Meet Rapid Bander, Allied's patented revolutionizing load containment system, saving you time, materials, and money. Our dual-roll system maximizes film stretch, giving you up to 3 times greater containment strength while using up to 60% less film per pallet and reducing film costs. Best of all, Rapid Bander bolts onto your existing system with no capital investment, no maintenance costs ever, and regular system audits to ensure results. Less waste, lower emissions, and a better outcome for the environment. Rapid Bander.
Welcome back to Madera Racing on MAV TV. I'm your host, Brian Smith, alongside me, Stephen Blakesley, as we're about to embark on 50 more laps to complete this 100-lap main event for the Olga'S California Dream 100, Stephen.
Yeah, and we got a Washington driver, Brian Bowman out front, a Stockton, California driver, and a Southern California driver. 1, 2, 3, then Idaho, then Stockton. What a diverse top 5. 50 laps to go. We're back underway here for the Olga'S California Dream 100.
And Bowman wasting no time, getting right to the point as he pulls ahead of that 21 of Josh Cross. Then we pick up that 15P of Parentu and that 49 of McCullen.
Oh, and smoke out of McCall's car. We'll keep an eye on that. Meanwhile, Cross and Bowman. Oh, and McCall is blown up. McCall is slowing on the front straightaway, but he's not taking it to the infield. And so we'll see if we manage to stay green as we're having a ferocious battle for the lead while this is going on, as Cross is all over Bowman. And based on lap times, they are stride for stride. Their best lap for both of them is a 16.6, but Cross told us at the break he had been conserving a bit. And those 4 are solidly clear of the pack right now.
And the 11 of Palmer.
Yeah, but Palmer got blended in with all the lap traffic. They restarted with lap cars blended. So Palmer, Tyler Palmer, the 11M, there's also a Troy Palmer, and I never did the research on if they're related at all. Tyler Palmer from Twin Falls, Idaho, and Troy Palmer from Boise. I would assume they're related as problems for the 0.
Drew Crenshaw now off the track. Stephen, as you said earlier, he is backed up. Now he is off the track.
I was surprised he was able to restart that car. And oh no, we were just talking about him. Your 5th place car, Tyler Palmer, into the infield.
Yeah, he got a little contact with the 88 of Nick Thompson.
And the last time I saw this many blown up Civics, I was in the bad part of Fresno.
Boy, Bowman's making work of that field, Stephen, as he makes them lap cars. One right after another, but Josh Cross right there in tow as he pits another lap on that number 12 of Locks.
And the 11 of Palmer rejoined the race. So that's good to see for Palmer. And in fact, because there's enough cars a lap down, he's going to come out right behind Rich Innes and come out in 10th. So he's still in the top 10 despite taking the pit stop, as there's Rich Innes being lapped by the 21 across. Innes running in 8th right now for the driver from Sun Valley, Nevada.
And now that Andrew Rumsey is now moved into the 5th spot.
And we're going to look back at the 15 of driver Dan Cherry out of Citrus Heights in the car that we've been describing as the Minions car. And the Minions car being passed by the other number 15 of Cody Parento. That's a stock motor in the Minions car. And so driver Dan right now is in 12th, Brian, running 4 laps down, but he is in 12th. As there goes Parento in third. Oh, look out.
He's got Myrick directly in front of him as they come off turn number 4. Parento trying to get around that lap car as they head off into 1.
Andrew Rumsey is up to 5th, race fans, in the Hello Kitty car.
And Bowman's about to put that car a lap down. Oh! Contact, a tire off a car in turn 4.
Yeah, you picked a fine time to leave me, loose wheel. And it's off the right front of Rich Innes, the driver from Sun Valley, Nevada. And the wheel is racing down the front straightaway. Go, wheel, go. More racing after this on MAV TV.
5150 is power. The power to overcome. The power to persevere. The power to set your life on a course for success. When you're faced with the challenges life throws at you, you focus and do what is needed to go beyond what is required. So stand up, stand firm, believe, make it happen, and live through the madness, knocking doors down along the way. We are 5150.
Welcome back to Madera Racing on MAV TV, the Olga'S California Dream 100. We've still got 36 laps to go. We're back on our way, Brian.
Yes, we are. It is Bowman. Here comes Parento on the outside, trying to make that pass on Josh Cross. But Cross right back into that second spot. Then we'll pick up that 88 car of Nick Thompson, a lap or so down. And we're looking for and then we pick up that 61 of Sugden.
Yeah, Barrett Sugden, I think he knows where he's at, and I don't think he has any incentive to push. If he runs 4th and keeps that car running to the checker flag, that'll be a victory for that driver. Meanwhile, Cross is all over the back bumper of Bowman for the lead. We have side-by-side lap traffic right in front of your leaders. We'll see what impact that has on this outstanding battle that's really been the highlight of the weekend for the Olga'S race. We've had some challenges. This is a very tough test for these drivers and teams and automobiles, but these two have put on a great race all weekend long. Oh,
Bowman got lap traffic in front of him, car side by side. That's the 18X of Dan Myrick and the 57 of Davis.
They were slamming into each other, having their own race right in front of your leaders. And that was a bit dicey there. Myrick made some pretty significant contact with Davis, and Cross got a little held up there. But again, I've mentioned before, it doesn't feel like Cross is being very aggressive. I don't think he felt that was a moment where he had to go all the way over the edge. As meanwhile, Brian Bowman, his lead has now grown a bit here. It's almost 0.8 of a second now. There's no big surprise that that car earlier tonight was given the J2 Racing $250 Dream Car prize as the best looking automobile in the pits, as determined by Lucy Carmona and her committee of friends and helpers. And I told Lucy she got that one spot on. That is a beautiful, beautiful Ford Mustang, and it would look real nice with a $2,000 check next to it and a shiny trophy.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time, Stephen. Anything can happen between now and lap 100.
As there's the 61 of Barrett Sugden. We've never had a California winner in the Olga'S. We've also never had a repeat winner, and it won't happen this year either because Terry Armstrong couldn't make the start, had mechanical problems. Putting a lap on the Hello Kitty. That's your 5th place car. So that'll put Rumsey, a second lap down, which is bad for Rumsey because Rumsey wanted to challenge Sugden, and that opportunity will go away at the moment, although they're probably going to lap Sugden as well. J.R. Norton, my favorite name in the field, coming from the B main. He just broke. That car sounded horrible when it went by. And tough break for Norton. He was in 8th. So our visitor, Brian from Yakima, Washington, is out, but we stay green, and they're battling for the lead.
Yeah, right now Bowman's trying to find the right line to get around that lap traffic, not to allow Cross to catch him, but Cross is right there at the bumper as they head down the back straightaway. Now they work on the 61 of Barrett Sugden.
Well, that was the 11 of Tyler Palmer, who was earlier in 5th. pitted, lost 4 laps in the pits, came back out, and still runs in 6th. So that tells you from 5th to the rest of the field, there's a big differential that you can have a pit stop and come out basically right where you were. Is the 00 and Nate Cleaver out of Roseville, California, another car very slow. And Nate has not pitted. He stayed out. And that's going to be in front of the leaders within a lap here. He's tiptoeing through 5150 turn 4. And you're going to see that 00 here in a moment. I don't know why he didn't pit. And they're coming up on him quick. Yeehaw. 00 at Cleaver, that was a 24-second lap that time by. He's at a walking pace at the moment.
And now Bowman's getting ready to work on your third-place driver, Parento, right now as it comes off 3.
Wow, they might lap third place. That is rather impressive. And really impressive for Cross to build up a car. You know, he's a normal regular in the stock division at Stockton. But that car is that same car he won the championship with, but with numerous upgrades. And he's doing a real fine job to stay in lockstep with Brian Bowman. 10 1/3 miles to go. And they're going to come up and lap the 00 of Cleaver again. And that gets a bit dangerous. You're playing your luck when you do it a few different times. But he stayed very clear of them, not sure. And the wheel came off. He was limping around the track for 3 consecutive laps and is going to force a caution because the wheel came off.
The final 10-lap shootout for the 100-lap Olga'S California Dream 100. The green flag flies, race fans.
Yeah, they launch off the gate pretty early in the corner there. And the 98 of Bowman using that horsepower in that Ford to pull away. He had the 21 across all over the back of him before the caution came out on lap 90. Meanwhile, the 11 of Palmer is in the infield. We stay green. Palmer gets it back going. And that moves the 88 of Nick Thompson from the Sport Compacts up into 6th place, race fans. Battle is on for the win. As Palmer rejoins the field, I don't think it'll affect these guys. Cross did not get into turn 3 very well, Brian. 8 to go. Bowman's got a 3-car length advantage, and that advantage might be growing.
Boy, Parento got that car leaning as he rolls in that 3rd spot. Then we'll pick up that number 88 of Nick Thompson, then the 10 of Rumsey.
Yeah, cars on different laps there. Rumsey 5th, Thompson 6th. But look at the lead that Bowman has accumulated. Things are going away for Cross. Cross just ran a couple of laps above 17 seconds, and he hadn't really been doing that at all this entire main event. In fact, Cross will have the edge for the fastest lap of this entire main event, and he's fading rapidly.
Yeah.
And with 6 to go, can he hold on for 2 more miles? It's like he's got the fuel light on, just hanging on almost. Like, can I get to the next exit here? 2 miles to go. Can Cross get second? Can Bowman get the win? 5 to go, Brian.
5 to go, boy. Let's see who's going to get this win. Bowman with an extremely large lead over the 21 of Josh Cross. Here comes Cody Parento rolling around the outside of that 11M.
Yeah, that's Tyler Palmer, who fell back to 7th behind Nick Thompson in the 88. And it is all Brian Bowman right now. The lead is 3.2 seconds. It'll be 1 mile to go in the Olga'S California Dream, racing for a $2,000 check for the driver from Washington in that beautiful Ford Mustang. Bowman, Cross, Parento, Sugden remain your lead lap 4. And like I mentioned earlier, Rumsey in the 10, the Hello Kitty car, a little bit quicker than Barrett Sugden right now, past him. But by virtue of the timing of the cautions and the way the Lucky Dogs played out, the Hello Kitty, we lost another wheel. And it's the 11 of Palmer. Survival of the fittest.
Tires bring tires.
Last man standing. And it's time for a shootout. Here we go.
Cross right there on the back bumper of Bowman. But Bowman shoots off as he wastes no time as usual. Pulling ahead by at least 1 car length ahead of Josh Cross. But here comes Parento on the outside. Cross's car is gone south.
And that's going to move Barrett Sugden into 3rd. Sugden just crashed, involving the 88 of Thompson. We stay green, white flag. They broke a head gasket Friday night. didn't even know if they're going to be able to fire the engine today. But the crew made the changes. The driver from South Sound Speedway in the Ford Mustang, our most beautiful car, will look beautiful in victory lane from Rochester, Washington. Brian Bowman lives the dream and wins $2,000 at Madera Speedway.
Cody Parento coming home in second. Then we pick up that 61 of Barrett Sugden. Race fans, stay with us. We'll be right back with you in victory lane.
Strengthening communities, providing resources, building awareness, empowering youth in need to overcome adversity and achieve success. This is what the Carlos Vieira Foundation is all about. Through our campaigns Race for Autism, Race to Be Drug-Free, and Race to End the Stigma. Learn more and find out how you can get involved. Visit carlosvieirafoundation.org today.
5150 is power. The power to overcome. The power to persevere. The power to set your life on a course for success. When you're faced with the challenges life throws at you, you focus and do what is needed to go beyond what is required. So stand up, stand firm, believe, make it happen, and live through the madness, knocking doors down along the way. We are 5150.
Welcome back, race fans, to Madera Racing on MAV TV. As we got your winner, Brian Bowman, driver of the 98 car.
Brian Bowman comes home with the victory in the California Dream 100, the Olga'S California Dream 100, and you came from some adversity. The problems with the car yesterday with the head gasket, traveling down from Washington, fighting off numerous restarts against the 21 of Josh Cross. How does it feel to win this main event?
It feels good. I just want to thank Terry Armstrong. He's been here. This is his third time. He took me under his wing. I'm an old friend of mine. I actually let him hop in it. He's the one that blew the head gasket. So actually I owe it to him, because if it would have blown me up, I probably would have just loaded it. But yeah, I'd like to thank my sponsors, the Happy Company, Missy Powered, Rick and Nancy Schmidt, Automatic Transmission Specialist in Kelso, Washington, D&D Ranch, and then I got a whole bunch of people to help me come, even some that aren't on the car. If we could slide back here.
Yeah, we'll do that at the end of the interview. We'll come by and get some B-roll of that. But what is it about you guys from the Northwest? 3 wins now for Northwest drivers in this Olga'S California Dream 100.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm actually looking at a front-wheel drive car. Those things look fun. I wasn't sure, because we come in weighing 24. We had to weigh 2,400 pounds, and I'm not the skinniest guy, so I think we weighed 2,430 across those scales. And you could really tell with the lighter cars that, they had some umpty up on me, but we were able to survive. I know Josh Cross was under me a couple times, and I'm like, oh, man, I don't want to run him out of room, but, this is a big race, biggest race I've ever won.
It's a very big victory. Exciting to have this guy in victory lane. Brian Bowman, the winner of the California Dream 100 here at Madera Speedway.
Brian Bowman out of Rochester, Washington, talking about how this is the biggest race he's ever won. And he's glad to be here at the 3rd annual Olga'S California Dream. Another Pacific Northwest driver picking up the win here, as Stephen Blakesley's caught up with our second-place driver of the number 15P, Cody Parento.
Well, what a wild night tonight here in the California Dream 100. Cody Parento comes home in the second position. What did it take to run second tonight?
Just stay consistent. I knew I didn't have anything for the two top two, and so I was just running my lines and got lucky at the end with that guy pulling in the infield and pulled off a second. So this is the best win that I've done in a big race like this. So stoked.
You got a couple of people helping you in the pit area, some family, some friends. Tell us who helped you make this happen.
My dad Robert, my uncle Bill, and my best friend Austin helped me out with the fuel this race, and him and his dad, so helped out a lot.
Driver coming up from Lakeside, California, Cody Parento, second place in the California Dream 100.
The Lakeside driver, Cody Parento, a dirt car, bringing it to the asphalt. Lucky enough to get that second place. He's really proud and had the family here to help him. So as Stephen Blakesley's caught up with our 3rd place driver in the number 61 car, Barrett Sugden at Stockton, California.
Well, the cautions really paid off in this driver's favor, but he was in the mix. He was in 5th at the break, Barrett Sugden. Cautions helped you a lot there with some free passes, the timing of things with getting lapped. But you still ran 3rd in the Olga'S California Dream. You can never take that away from you. What does that mean to you, Barrett?
You know what? To be honest with you, this guy right here is the one who got it done. He kept me calm. There's a couple times, if you guys seen it, I almost lost it, but he told me, come on, we got this. We can pick up another spot. Just stay confident, stay confident. You know, it's just dedication and hard work and never give up, you know, and you got to be there at the end, like I was telling you, Steven. This race is about an endurance. This is like an endurance, but a fast endurance. You got to be there at the end, you know, and that's why I have a stock tank. I came here with 10 gallons knowing that I'm going to put another 5 in there, and because you can't. These cars, I mean, we're doing 100 laps, you know, 5 gallons ain't going to cut it.
How challenging was it for you as a driver, the length of the race, the heat, the competition? What was it like for you as a driver?
Well, I'm kind of used to the heat and stuff like that because I used to ride bomber with him when I first started racing in the heat, and he kind of just told me, hey, here's a water bottle, shut up, and watch the gauges. So now I'm racing now, and I love it. And I can't thank my wife, well, my fiance, I can't thank my wife, again, my buddy Roy, his wife Kelsey for coming out. Just everyone, it's just, I'm speechless right now, and I'm just so glad that we brought this thing home in one piece. And now we just got to go back to the, I say garage, but I don't have a garage. Go back to the backyard and try to get a little bit faster in Stockton so we can pick up that championship, hopefully.
Well, this race was Olga's dream, but it's also the dream for a lot of other people, including this guy, Barrett Sugden, 3rd place here in Madera.
Barrett Sugden, Stockton driver, coming home 3rd. One of the biggest races he's been to. Very proud with a stock car, and very proud of that. On behalf of myself, Brian Smith, Stephen Blakeslee, and Kenny Shepard, and the whole Madera crew, we hope to see you back here on MAV TV.